for hosting this. And what's very important to me is, as Eric and his team found out about the mission of the Y, they wanted to see how they could get involved. Unfortunately, Eric took a few of the things that I was going to say so I can condense it, but what he didn't say is Smith Yacht Sales features on power and yachts of 20 to 70 feet. They've been in the community for 2 years, and they're very much a part of the community, and I'm delighted to have them, and I wish them the best of success, and I hope Hingham is very good to the Smith team. At this time, I'd like to turn it over to my wife, Roberta, and tell about how she got involved with the Y. Roberta?
Okay, here we go. After being a stay-at-home mom for a number of years, I decided it was time to take care of myself and embark on a fitness journey. The problem was, where should I go? Where would I feel comfortable and accepted? Where would I tried a few places, decided they were not for me. I had fond memories of attending a few programs when I was a teenager at the Quincy Y. Upon looking into programs the Y offered, I thought the Keeping Fit program under the guidance of Wayne Westcott would work for me. It turned out to be more than a perfect fit. It was through the guidance and encouragement of my wonderful instructors that I was able to achieve my goals. After completion of the program, I was encouraged by one of the staff members to get certified by Nautilus, which Dr. Wayne Westcott taught. Upon completion of the course, I was urged to apply for a job at the Y, which I did. In the beginning, I was hired to work for a total of 4 hours a week. They wanted to see if I would work out and if I would be a good fit for the Y. I guess I passed the test. Before long, I was volunteering at many fundraisers and working many hours a week. I went on to become nationally certified as a personal trainer, taught in the Keeping Fit program, and was later promoted to the position of Health and Wellbeing Center Coordinator. The best part of this position, as well as my prior positions, was the interaction with the members and staff and the wonderful friendships I've made. Although I'm no longer an employee of the Y, I am a volunteer and a member of the Quincy Branch Board, and look forward to many more years of involvement. With that, I would like to turn it back to my husband, John.
Someone get Roberta a glass of wine. So Cheryl's got me in the clock, but you know, I've been a lifelong resident of Hingham, and I was familiar with the Y, but never knew the full scope of the programs and the services the Y provided. As a youngster, I learned to swim a couple of miles or so away at the Hingham Yacht Club, and the closest I got to the Y is I was learned through a certified instructor. And it wasn't until Roberta was an employee that I started to see the Y was much more than I ever imagined. I was dragged to a number of events similar to this. The events, I saw a number of familiar faces. I saw a lot of friends. I saw neighbors. And some neighbors I hadn't seen in 40 years, like Carl and Ruth Briggs. And, you know, I always want to know why they were so involved with supporting the Y. And it didn't take long to find out. And I'm here to say thank you to the Briggs and the rest of your family for making such a huge contribution to our community. So after several of these events, I'd go to certain things with a mad dash. It was similar to The Biggest Loser, and I hear about these people losing a lot of weight. They'd be running road races and marathons. I wanted to get into it. You know, and at that time, I was going to a health club that was right down the street from work. I'd go after work. I spent the time, but I really didn't have the results that I hoped for. So I kept asking Roberta, when can I get into the Y? She says, you know, it's a better fit for you there, you know, and she was in her element at the Y, and I knew that the best thing for me is to stay away. But it was probably about 5 years later, I got my big break. I was invited to the Quincy Rotary Club auction, and sure enough, it was a silent auction item for a year's membership at the Y. I hovered for that all night. And there were a few other people that wanted it, and they kept bidding, and I kept saying, you're not going to get it. So at the end of the night, I embarked on my career at the Y. The next day, to Roberta's chagrin, I was at the front desk and I got my membership pass. I kept my nose clean and got involved with the program. I did see people, I met them personally, who were involved with the Mad Dash. And I was so impressed with the things they said about the Y, the motivation, that I made sure that I got involved in the Mad Dash, and I too had some results that I hadn't experienced at any other club. After that, I said, if I did this, maybe, just maybe, I can run a road race, not fast, just run it. And I joined the Y Triathlon class team, and I see a few of my members here, and I appreciate them being here. And it was through the support, the training, the camaraderie, that the people in the class exceeded their expectations and all went on to participate in races and triathlons. And the other thing I'd like to let you know, I can't tell you how many people wanted to drop out because they did not have swimming skills, and the instructor said, no, we'll make sure we can get you through that. And those people today are extremely strong swimmers. If someone missed a class, there'd be a call, everything okay, you need a ride next week. So the support from the Y was absolutely phenomenal. As I got more involved and my face was seen around the Y, there were a few people that started to connect that I was Roberta's husband. But I can assure you, to this day, I'm still known to many as Mr. Roberta at the prison Y. But there's no question the Y's got some great programs and classes. However, I credit the well-trained, dedicated staff for helping the membership succeed. As I started to see dramatic results, I questioned, why didn't I join sooner? You know, how could I have lived in Hingham my whole life and not know the Y as a charity? I now know the South Shore YMCA is committed to strengthening our community by nurturing the potential of kids, promoting healthy living, and fostering a sense of social responsibility. The Y serves all. Financial assistance is provided to those who are in need from the monies raised through our annual support campaign. Everyone is provided opportunities to learn and thrive. And you make a difference. We look forward to continuing to make a positive impact and meet the needs of the families and individuals, those needing special assistance. With your support, we'll enrich more lives and strengthen our South Shore communities. To me, the Y is about the people. From the smiling faces of the youngsters in the pre-nursery, the nursery, and the kindergarten, to the seniors, who contributed so much to the Y to make it what it is today. At this time, I'd like to just touch on a few individuals who really have opened my eyes and made a big difference. You know, one, Cheryl Rosa, who's the director of the partnership program. About a year and a half, she spoke to the Hingham and Hull Rotary Club. She passionately told about some of the needs for people with disabilities. And after she talked, the Rotary Club stepped up and contributed a Motomed worth about $6,500 so that more people would have more beneficial time on the equipment. One of those people is featured in one of the Y videos. He's 12 years old. His name is Jake Loquin. And to see the smile on his face, to have the opportunity to work on cardio machines like the rest of his family is tremendous. The other one that puts a smile on my face is a gentleman I met recently, a few weeks ago. I had heard about him. His name is Jimmy Baranis. Upon meeting him, he pulled out his membership card when he joined in 1998. He was so proud because that's the day that changed his life. And that was at the age of 72. He went on to tell me when he joined, he would be lucky to leg press 135 pounds. Now you got to understand, Jimmy's probably 5'6" and maybe 135 pounds. Jimmy now says he warms up with 320 pounds on the leg press. Unfortunately, Jimmy couldn't be here today, but he did have a message that I wanted to relay to everyone. He went on to say, this journey has helped me realize that it's never too late for a tune-up. We need to use our muscles as they provide our balance and keep us stable and moving. Working out at the Y not only enables me to keep my body healthy, but also my mind and spirit as I interact and socialize with my new friends. I challenge everyone to wake up. The time is now to be active physically, mentally, and emotionally. All opportunities found only at the Y. You know, Jimmy, well said, it's an inspiration to all of us. Another pretty special person is someone I had heard about and just recently met as well. This person's name is Ruth, who joined the Y just before her 90th birthday to participate in the water aerobics class. But what's special to me, if I have the story right, and please correct me if I'm wrong, that Ruth had trouble swimming a lap when she first joined. But it was through the support and direction of Jane Raymond, who's a staff member at the Y, that Ruth was mentored, trained, and now has gone on to win a number of gold medals in the Senior Olympics. And I believe she'll be competing again this weekend. Ruth is a retired associate professor of microbiology from Harvard Medical School. And Ruth had a few words. The Y is special because it's 50% exercise and 50% people. The people are extraordinary people, professionals, dedicated and caring people. The staff at the Y treat each person personally. They know if you miss a day, they care about you, encourage you, and connect you. Socially important to connect. Happier and more satisfied with life if you have something to do because their families are busy raising their families. Why does she do it? Ruth wants to be independent forever. Stay healthy and strong. With that being said, I'm delighted that we are so fortunate that Ruth feels so important about the Y and the mission. She joined us tonight. And we all wish you the best of luck in your competition this weekend. And you know, as Ruth said, the Y putting people together and connecting. I'm so pleased that there's another Ruth here, and although she might be a little too young yet, but maybe we can get a senior relay team to represent the Quincy Rams. But thank you, Ruth. You're an inspiration to us all. You know, Roberta and I have seen the accomplishments and success stories of so many people at the South Shore Y. Being involved with the annual campaign ensures more of our neighbors will have the opportunity to achieve their goals. The Y is where people learn to swim, play basketball, gymnastics, and so many other sports and activities. Lessons learned at the Y last a lifetime. I'm concerned the increased demands will not be met if we don't step it up and raise the awareness of the needs in our community. If this event tonight encourages any one of you to have a tour of the Y and see what they're doing, or we can send one more kid to camp, I will deem it a success. But again, I want to thank you all for coming, for Smith Yachts for really stepping up and making a difference in our community.
Jon and Roberta, thank you so much. How lucky is this Hingham community to have this wonderful couple? And we are so fortunate at the Y to have their leadership. They are the chairs of our 2012 annual support campaign and are working very hard with us to make sure that we reach the goal so that we can help even more folks in our community. Again, this doesn't happen without the help and support of friends of the Y and volunteers, and we have a very special volunteer with us this evening, another special volunteer, our chief, they're looking around like, oh, right there, our chief volunteer officer. I'd like to invite Dan DeMarco up to the microphone, please. Thank you.
Thanks, Cheryl. Jon and Roberta, thank you for sharing this event and sharing the committee this year, the annual campaign. I'm so glad that Jon got that silent auction item.